So, hi, Christina, and
Hello.
thank you so much for coming on for me. Honestly, it's just so amazing. And you were going to share with me today the claims journey that you had after a
Yes.
recent claim that we sorted out for you. So, we arranged your life, critical illness, but also your children's cover. You didn't have any insurance in place before.
No.
I know you shared with me how you were bombarded by another call centre. So, you blocked the number and you
Yes.
luckily you found us through the Honest Mum, and we managed to get you all sorted. So you, your hubby, and your 7 children all covered with the life
Yeah.
and the critical illness cover as well. So what happened around that time? So obviously when Amelia was, she was poorly at first, wasn't she?
Yes.
How was that going?
She's fine now, thank
Yeah,
goodness. Everything's been sorted out. But she
good
was she
girl.
was she was very poorly.
Mm,
Initially we just thought, it was a temperature because she'd been vomiting for a
yeah,
few days, but she wasn't unwell. Then her temperature kind of reached a peak and then she had a seizure. And
yeah,
then, well, she had a couple of seizures at home, and then in the ambulance, she had a couple of them as well.
mm,
And then, on and off chance, the doctor said, to be safe, let's do a CT just to see
yeah,
if the seizures have done any damage, because they was quite long seizures. And then they found her tumour. And then she was transferred to Great Ormond Street so quickly.
yeah,
And then they done an MRI, because you can see clearer on the MRI, and they found
mm,
it's quite a sizable tumour, which probably was there from when she was born,
yeah,
and just kind of slowly grew until it started giving some complications.
yeah.
And
Mm,
then in the September, she had the tumour removed, and she's been
yeah.
absolutely fine and thriving since then.
She's a little cracker, isn't she?
She
So it's
is doing so well.
she's a little love. I know. So you've been through it because obviously there was a lot of waiting. Amelia's
Yes.
only was she 18 months old when she got diagnosed as well?
I think she was
It's
14 months.
14 months. Oh,
Yeah.
God bless her. So you were like in and out of hospitals. So you were
Yes.
having to. Hubby was having time off work to obviously look after
So
the other
much time off
children,
work. Yeah.
and you didn't get any sick pay or things like that at the time either, did you? So it
No.
was just difficult financially. So obviously you took the insurance out before
Yes.
anything, so at least then we could make a claim, couldn't we, for the brain
Yes.
tumour on the children's cover.
Yeah.
So what was it like? Obviously I helped with the claims all the way through,
Yes.
so we got the details from yourself. I put that first initial claim in, and then it was just obtaining information from the
Yeah.
consultant, the GPs, to
Yeah.
get a diagnosis, really, wasn't it, on the actual brain tumour, so we
Yeah.
could claim. So you were brilliant, by the way, because you'd send me little links to like log in for the GP details so I could
Yeah. It's
download
so good to
everything.
have those links. Yeah.
It was brilliant because it helped speed things up a little bit for me as well, where I could do everything for you because I
Yes.
didn't want you doing that. I wanted to make sure you could just concentrate on Amelia and the family,
hmm
and we could help you through. So how did you find that process in regards to like the claims side of it? Was that
To be honest, because we'd just taken out the policy, maybe I think it was like 4 months
yeah,
beforehand. It was such a new policy. Like I said to you, I don't know if we're going to be able to make a claim because we've literally just taken out the policy.
yeah,
And you was like, I'll deal with it. Don't, because I was like,
yeah.
Emma, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't
Oh,
concentrate. And you was like,
yeah,
I'll do it. Just send me the links and I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Don't panic. So yeah, it in that side of things was so easy. It was literally a case of
good.
sending a message to being like, this is what I think is happening, but I
Yeah,
don't know what day it is, so I couldn't tell you if that is actually
yeah,
true or not. And you was like,
yeah.
don't
There was.
worry, we'll sort it. We'll
Oh,
do it our end. It's fine.
yeah, absolutely. I wanted to make sure I could try and just take that stress off you. And yes, there
Yeah.
was difficulties, wasn't there, with the
hmm
consultation and getting an actual diagnosis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even though we knew it was a brain tumor, we knew she was having treatment and surgery, but they
Yeah.
weren't giving you a diagnosis, weren't they? I think if I can
No.
remember, which was just holding things back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to just think now how it was. It was such a long journey for both of us. Well, it was a couple of
Yes.
months, weren't it, when we got everything sorted out? So,
Yeah.
how was it when obviously I was letting you know that it was being paid out and
Yes.
we managed to? Because what I did, I kept fighting with the underwriters, the
I
consultants, and trying to
remember.
get all that information to speed it up because you
Yeah.
needed that money. You know, hubby wasn't getting paid, and we just needed to make sure we were
Yeah.
getting that money for you to help with things, basically, didn't we? It was just so frustrating for me as
Yes,
much as
because
you.
he's self-employed, so there's nothing to fall back on.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of having insurance, because yes, they dug their heels in, and it was a lot of work on your end, but then
Mm,
it comes through. And I was
yeah.
like, oh, thank God, I can just pay off everything that didn't get
Yeah.
paid. And I can, open the letters now and be like, okay, I'm just going to pay it, just get it out of the way, it's done.
Mm,
And then
God.
once it was all done, we ended up taking the children on the
Yeah.
holiday, for the Halloween holiday, if you remember.
Mm.
And
'Cause that got
because
cancelled, didn't it?
it
First, the
did,
holiday.
it got cancelled, and we didn't get any of the money back for that. We didn't get anything
Oh,
back for that, because obviously they're like, well, you're cancelling your booking. So, and
yeah.
it's such short
Awful.
notice that we cancelled it, because we was meant to go in I think the
Mm,
August, and she felt ill in the
yeah.
June. So we
Mm,
just couldn't go. So yeah, we managed to do so much stuff that we wouldn't have been able to
yeah.
do, because obviously there was no income at that point, because he's self-employed, he wasn't working, he had to
Yeah.
stay home while we was at Gosh all the time. So yeah, it was an
Yeah.
absolute godsend. But
I'm
like I
just so
said, the
glad.
policy was so young. I
Yeah.
didn't think that they would pay out on that.
No, I was chuffed to give you a ring to say, right, Christina, this money's going to get paid out to you today. I'm not going to mention the
Yes.
amount, by the way, but you
Yeah.
got paid out a lump sum of money from that
Yeah.
policy, and that's helped you massively. Just
Yeah.
like you say, pay off things, have holidays. I remember all the pictures you used to send me of the little
Yes.
day trips out, the stuff you were doing with the kids.
Yeah.
It was just reassuring for me, and that's why I love, just staying in contact with you guys because I get to
Yeah.
see what you're doing and your journey. And you've had a recent scan as well for Amelia, haven't you? Just as a
Yes.
checkup. So what have they said then? Because that's good
They
news.
have said nothing is growing, everything is staying the
Yeah,
same, brain is doing amazingly well.
yeah.
So yeah, she doesn't have to go back for 6 months now, which is
Yes,
great.
it's good, isn't it? It's just
Yes.
amazing. She's a little fighter.
Oh,
She's
she is. She
she's
is,
done
honestly.
amazing. She's a little amazing. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm so glad that that policy was there, and it just shows, doesn't it? You don't have to have insurance there for years before it pays
No.
in.
That's what
Once we,
I did think, that you would have to have like a policy in place for quite a while. And luckily we had separate policies. So Eddie has one and I have
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Um, and both of them got sorted out kind of obviously simultaneously, and it was just
yeah,
everything was there together, which was so 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 good for us.
yeah. So it's just that payment of his policy and then the payment off yours. So it was double the
Yeah.
cover basically. So
Yes.
it helped you out even more because you had more money there for the family. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, people always think they have to have policies for 12 months before they pay out, but actually no, your cover is there immediately once accepted, and if
Yeah.
anything did happen the day after, that policy's there for that security. So it's I'm so glad it was there to help you, and I'm just glad your journey's now doing well, and Amelia's kicking ass, isn't she? She's
Yes,
doing
she
great.
is. Honestly, she's kicking mine.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. So when is she two? When is her
She
birthday? So
was
she
two. She was two
was.
end of
Oh my
May.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. So she's had a little party. Now she's all the sassy
Yes.
2-year-old as well.
Indeed.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, honestly, thank you so much for coming on today and just sharing
No,
your
thank
journey.
you.
Really appreciate it. And I'm just glad that that policy was there to help and support you,
Yes.
and that she's doing absolutely amazing now as well.
She is. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.